Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve. My name is Jose. So listen, I want to talk to y'all today, right? So, excuse me. I want to talk about humanity for a minute, right? And where humanity's headed. So, I don't want to make this too personal, right? But I need you to understand that I look at things from perspectives you guys are probably not familiar with, right? Maybe some of you are, but a lot of you aren't. So, there's a lot of people who don't know about self-mastery, right? They don't know about controlling their emotions. So, you have 50 and 60 and 70-year-olds walking around here with a chip on their shoulder or with an emotion that they've been holding on to since they were 15, 14, 13 years old, right? So these people, I don't know how they get this emotion, but let's call it jealousy. For those of you that are unaware, jealousy is an emotion, right? In case you never knew what it was. It's an emotion. And just like any other emotion, you're supposed to overcome this emotion. You're not supposed to hold on to it for 30 fucking years, for 40 years, for 50 years. You're supposed to release it, feel it, figure it out, and release it, right? So, one thing that I'm quickly learning is that humanity is incapable of thinking this way. Now, excuse me, I'm not going to say it's your fault, because it's not your fault, right? You were born into a system that made it very difficult for you to move forward. They made it very difficult for you to overcome certain emotions when they keep compiling negativity upon, over and over and over and over and over. So even if you were able to get over the jealousy, something else happened that made you even more jealous, or something else hurt you that made you, revert back to that. So for the mere fact that you keep reverting back to it is telling me you can't grow, right? You're not supposed to revert back to it. You're supposed to release it. Feel it, release it, acknowledge it. Feel it, acknowledge it, release it, right? So humanity doesn't know how to do that, right? Not everybody. I'm not speaking for everybody. I know that there are people who are fucking emotionally intelligent, right? There are people who are advanced, and they really do have self-control. And kudos to y'all. Like, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning, right? And it's amazing, the thoughts and the ideas and the amount of stuff that gets unlocked when you change your way of thinking. So I walked around with a chip on my shoulder. Like, I had various different reasons for my feelings, right? And I would walk around with all these different emotions every single day, and it took me a very long time to learn how to release these. You know what I'm saying? So when I finally did release them, my life completely changed because I didn't feel this way no more, and I didn't have a reason to. You know what I'm saying? And humanity needs to learn how to do this, because nobody taught you guys how to do this, right? So you guys need to learn how to do this. Now, the best way to do it, man, and to keep it 1,000 with you, the best way to do this shit is to sit in front of a fucking mirror, man. Turn everything off. Sit in front of the mirror and look at yourself. Are you happy with yourself? Are you proud of yourself? How do you feel about yourself? You know what I'm saying? Do you accept yourself for who you are? Right? Is there anything you would change about yourself? Like, you got to sit down and ask yourself these questions, right? And really work through it. Really work through it, man. Right? So, part of self-mastery is being able to do that. You're never going to be able to control your emotions if you keep letting your emotions beat you. Like, bro, it's not even a person that's beating you, bro. It's an emotion that's beating you. That should make you feel like shit, right? Because you're so focused on beating a person, but you're losing to the emotion that got you like that, right? But you're not thinking, right? All you're thinking about is, I'm going to get him. I'm going to take him down, right? But you're not thinking of the emotion that's making you do that. That emotion is beating the shit out of you, man. That emotion is going to make you ruin your life. But you won't never look at the emotion. You will never do that. You just want to stay focused on him. Let's focus on him, right? Let's not focus on the emotion that's making us do this. This is a lost cause. You understand? So, my job, which, I have quite a few, right? But my job is to speak to y'all, right? And I want to say spread the word, right? But there's a lot to it when you say spread the word, right? Because spreading the word and spreading knowledge, and really digging and finding out, to get to the root of the problem, right? The whole thing is to get to the root of the problem so that we can fix the problem, right? Because you can't fix the problem up here, but it's going to keep happening to, just because it's not happening to you, don't mean it's not happening. It's still happening, right? We never went down to the root of the problem. We only fixed it for ourselves, right? So you can't fix it for yourself and think that you're doing something. You're not doing anything. You didn't help anyone but yourself, right? But nobody would look at it this way. Well, as long as I'm good, I don't give a fuck, right? That's the kind of mentality you guys have. And, for the mentality like that, God is never going to recruit you, right? We don't want people like that. We don't need people like that, right? You for self. As long as you for self, we can't use you. You understand? You got to be for God, right? I'm riding for God, right? I'm riding for me, right? I'm riding for my people, right? I want it. When I sold my soul to God, I told God, look, if it'll make the world a better place, you could take me. Everybody sells their soul to the devil, right? Everybody. He got 250 million, Okay. You know what I got, bro? I got to change the world, right? That was the deal I made, right? And I sacrificed my soul, and God took my life, right? So I lost my life, but the gift is eternal life. The gift is eternal life, right? Y'all not thinking this way. Nobody is, right? Y'all too busy selling your soul every day. Every day you sell your soul, bro. The minute you wake up and have that negative thought, you sold it. The minute because you're serving the wrong, you serving the wrong purpose, you're serving the wrong God, right? And real quick, man, for the people, for my light workers, right, my star seeds, and my people that's out here, talking the truth and spitting facts and trying to spread knowledge. Like, I love y'all niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? For the people that's speaking against other people, right? I believe that, I don't know what happened, right? I don't want to involve myself in none of that shit, right? But what I do want to speak on it, because let me ask you a question, man. If you a teacher, or you're a healer, whatever it is that you're influencing or trying to influence, right? If you're trying to teach people about spirituality, then and you making videos talking about him, talking about her, and talking about he's a fake prophet, he's a fake this, he's a fake that, the minute you start giving your energy to pointing the finger and going, well, he's fake, and you spending, a sufficient amount of time on this topic, you not of the light. I'm gonna just say it like that, man. And look, even if you are of the light, we do get lost sometimes, and we do make mistakes. So maybe you made a mistake, right? Because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So maybe he was really mad that day. Maybe he was really upset when he shot this video. Maybe something they said triggered him, a part of him, to do that, right? So there's a lot of things that could make you do something like that. So I'm an understanding person, just like God is an understanding God. I'm not gonna bash nobody because they bash someone else, right? Unless, like, I made a video talking for my brother Rashad Jamal, right, a few weeks ago, because I feel like they locked him up and people want to bash his name and he's not here to defend himself. So I made a video defending him, right? I didn't make it my whole channel's not about this dude. You understand? My whole channel was about God, right? So he was just a part of my journey, and he was absolutely right, and I vouched for him. So I show him love, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But the people that dedicate their channels to bashing people, or trying to pull people down and Like, what kind of God are you? Like, what God are you talking to that's making you do that? Because I've been telling y'all from the beginning of when I started my channel, gods uplift gods, right? We uplift. We don't pull down, bro. Now, we are supposed to expose people. We are. Look, we are, bro. But you're not exposing nobody of importance. It's, that's the honest truth. Because, all right, it's a false prophet. Say the dude's name, right? In one of your segments, one of your raps, right? Whatever. Say the dude's name, say what you gotta say about him, and keep it moving. Like, you exposed him. You exposed him. You don't stay stuck on that topic, because that's you being stuck on an emotion. And you keep repeating that emotion over and over and over. And that's, that's a place that you need to grow from, because you're stuck in that spot, right? Now, a lot of you guys are smart. A lot of you guys are very intelligent, man. I see it, I hear it. Like, I give credit where it's due. Don't bring yourself down trying to prove a point that's not even worth proving. You understand? The people are going to watch who they want to watch. The people are going to, they're going to tune into whoever they want to tune into. You can't influence that, right? If they want to watch you, bro, they're going to watch you. If they want to watch him, bro, they're going to watch him. Is he speaking the right stuff? Because if he is, and he might have got a few things wrong, maybe he's learning, right? Who knows? Who knows, man? If anything, help the brother. Unless it's really that bad or it's really that serious, then I would tell you, you should block him. Block him, or don't watch his content, because his content triggers you. If you got to talk about another prophet, that's not godly. Look, that's not godly, man. I don't care what you say. That's not godly, man. You understand? Prophets don't pull down prophets. And if we at that point right now on earth where prophets is pulling down prophets, then who's winning the battle? Why are we letting prophets pull down prophets? You understand? It's not supposed to work like that. We're supposed to uplift. Right? How we ever gonna unite, bro? If every time y'all hear somebody talking some shit, the first thing you want to say, well, he's a false prophet. There's no way it's him. Bro, you got so much negativity coming out of your mouth, instead of listening and learning and going, oh shit, man, this nigga's pretty smart. Oh shit, he's making sense. Oh shit, I didn't know he could do that. Right? Give credit where credit is fucking due. Right? But y'all want to waste your energy pulling down your brothers and sisters. Right? Meanwhile, you can't stay off my channel, right? Because you love my smile, right? Y'all niggas is funny, man. Right? So I want y'all to think about this, man. My light workers, my gods and goddesses, my star seeds, right? The ones that's out here making the videos. Just like me, I'm making videos. So the ones that's like us making videos, trying to spread positivity, trying to spread love, trying to spread knowledge, right? Let's keep it up. Let's keep it on that, right? Stay spreading knowledge. Stay spreading love, Don't let nobody be your downfall. Don't let nobody trigger you so much to the point that you got to constantly talk about them. Because that means you triggered. That means you got healing to do, buddy. You understand? And as your brother, as your brother, I'm going to be the one to tell you, man. Old boy must have triggered you hard, man. Right? You need to go heal. You need to go heal, stop recording for a minute, get over those feelings and come back, right? Because the minute you start bashing another brother, another sister, you're not godly no more. Like, you're starting to dim your light. You're starting to lower your vibration, which means you're giving in, and the part of the war that you're supposed to be fighting, you're not really covering your own grounds that good no more. So you need help, right? And as your brother, I'm going to step in and I'm going to help. I'm going to say, yo, bro, chill out, man. Chill out. Niggas triggered you, bro. Like, regroup. Right? Fall back, regroup. Right? Because you don't want to embarrass yourself, right? I don't want to embarrass myself, right? This is why sometimes I will sit here for a whole hour, right? And I will make a whole fucking video. And then I would watch it and be like, damn, man, I ain't mean to say this like that, or I ain't really want to talk about this like that. And I would end up deleting the whole video because, it just didn't feel right. I didn't feel like I delivered the message properly. I didn't feel like I worded that sentence properly. So I'm gonna just delete it and re-record it, right? And look, sometimes you gotta do that, man. Like, don't be so hyper to put your video out that you don't proof watch it. Make sure it makes sense before you drop it, right? Listen, that's why I watch my video. Like, I listen to my own videos. I'll make sure it's giving y'all the right information before I put it out. Now, sometimes, I might not fix it. But if I don't fix it, it's because it wasn't that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, that's not really going to mean nothing. They ain't going to trip off that. So I will release my videos, right? But some of y'all put y'all videos out and y'all don't give two fucks, right? And I love y'all niggas, man, and I respect it, but hold on, man, because you was really bashing this dude, bro. Like, hold on, man. Like, that sound like y'all should talk on the phone, right? Like, it gets to that point, man. And then to see my gods and my goddesses, in that state of mind, it makes me want to talk to y'all. And it makes me want to tell y'all, we slip. We're allowed to slip. Don't think that you fucked up so bad that you can't be forgiven, right? You ain't fuck up that bad, right? Just fucking, heal, because that's what you have to heal. Whatever it is that triggered you, you gotta heal. So listen, what I'm saying is, prophets should not be pulling down prophets, right? Everybody's not a fucking prophet, right? Some people have different missions, right? So if you're really trying to be a prophet, make sure first and foremost that you have a source to get information from, right? And when I say make sure you have a source, I'm not telling you to steal my content, right? I'm not telling you to watch me and then try to steal my information. That's not a source. You need to have your own connection, right? So if your devil didn't give you a source to get information from, then you shouldn't be a prophet because you don't have no source, right? You don't have nobody to get the information from. You're depending on me for information, right? So first and foremost, if you're aspiring to be a prophet, make sure you have that connection, right? Make sure you have a source for your information that's exclusive to you, right? Because that's the main thing about being a prophet, right? I'm not saying there's only one. There's only one Jose, right? But there are many prophets. Not all of them are awake, right? A lot of them are fake, right? Bottom line, a lot of them are fake, right? But right now, for y'all, you looking at the prophet, man, right? I don't care how mad you are. I don't care how jealous you are. I don't care how pissed off you are. Bro, it's not going to change the facts. I have the connection. Exclusive connection. You understand? So, you could never be me. Right? You can't wear me and pretend to be me. It doesn't work like that, right? Source knows who I am. There's only one energy like mine. Right? There's only one. Just like there's only one energy like yours. So, if you're going to be a prophet, make sure you got a connection. Make sure you got exclusives, right? Because that's the only way, you're going to really be able to put out fresh content every day, new content every day. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a connection. So, I'm able to do this because of the questions I ask my source, right? So, when me and Source talk, we talk about a lot. Sometimes when I watch other people's videos, I would ask Source questions like, why they do that? Why they say that? Tell me why, and I would get my answers. So I know, what to do, what not to do, right? So if I'm trying to pull up humanity and there's people trying to stop me from speaking, somebody tell me what does that mean about these people, right? I feel like humanity's focused on the wrong shit, right? Y'all want to vote, right? Y'all. Everybody wants something, right? But nobody wants to work for it, right? And then you got the middle class The middle class are the people that love waking up and going to work every day. They may not love what they do for a living, or some of them love what they do for a living. But the fact of the matter is, these people dedicate their lives to getting up every fucking day and going to work. I was one of them, right? So, these are the people that get abused the most because they do it happily, right? Oh, man, we got to pay more taxes this year. Oh, that's fucked up, man. All right. Hey, man, can you work overtime? Yeah, sure. I got to pay extra taxes. Why not? You know? And they do this shit happily, right? And then you got people, you know, that don't like to work, right? That want to live off the government, right? And these people abuse the working class, just like the police. The police abuse the working class. Everybody abuses the working class. And, you know, the police actually abuse the lower class too, because who else they going to put in jail, right? So they go after the lower class people. Why you drinking the beer outside? Come in, you're going to jail. Why you smoking the blunt? You're going to jail, right? If it ain't a little fucking thing, you're going to jail, right? So this is how they abuse the lower class, right? So not only are the lower class, you know, already struggling and fighting to stay alive and trying to stay afloat, they fighting to stay free, right? And then the middle class do all of this. We the ones who pay the taxes to pay for the lower class to live rent free, right? We get taxed the most. We don't get no tax returns. We don't get nothing. We don't get no benefits from this government. None, right? Everybody want to talk about it, but nobody want to fight for their rights, right? Nobody does. I have not seen since Martin Luther King, right? Or what's the other dude's name, man? From these people, anybody trying to step up and really change what's going on in this country. None. I haven't heard a president come in yet and go, you know what, man? This time we're gonna raise all the wages, and this is gonna be the minimum, and set the fucking rules the way they're supposed to be. Nobody has done this, bro. Nobody, right? Nobody said, all right, guys, enough is enough. You're charging too much for rent. The people can't afford to live. We need to lower the rent or get rid of it, right? Nobody's talking about this. Nobody, right? Nobody's saying, well, you know, we raised everything 9.7%, so it's mandatory that, you know, if you give a raise, it's got to be at least 9.7% in order to keep up with inflation. Nobody's saying this. I've yet to hear a president say this, right? So who's helping the fucking people, right? I want to know who's helping the people. Nobody, right? How much was your raise? Was it 9.7? Did they raise the taxes too? Are they trying to force Medicare on you? Right? They want to take your money for every fucking thing, man. And everybody want to bitch and moan, but nobody want to do the work. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Every company has one owner. Bro, one. He's one person. He or she is one person. So you telling me that this one person, we can't influence this one person as a group? Bro, we do all the fucking work. If it wasn't for us, none of this shit would get done. You're going to do it yourself. So no, you need to pay this much right now. I need to make this much. Everybody here needs to make more money right fucking now. And I'm not talking no $2. Right? Minimum was 9.7. We all need it, man. If you're not going to give it to us, your company's fucking done. You understand? We're going to shut it down. As the people. We are the people. We will shut this motherfucker down if you don't pay us, man. From right fucking now, man. Right? But y'all won't do that. Y'all scared to rise up against one person. Y'all let that one person have so much control. Why? Why? It's only one soul, man. And he's abusing you, nigga. He's slave driving y'all niggas, man. They're slave driving all of y'all niggas, man. But y'all won't rise up. Nobody won't rise up against the fucking system. It don't take much, man. Once the niggas see, yo, bro, 8 of my employees came in here talking about this, bro, I'm going to fire all of them? And even if he did, bro, we could still stop it. People got to unite. Nobody go work for that nigga, man. He don't want to pay, man. Make him, force him to shut down. We the people, we control this shit. We got the numbers. You understand? But how can we have the numbers if we're not united? You're selling your soul for $50,000 a year. $50,000 a year. How much money is that? I don't care if you're selling it for $200,000 a year. That's not enough. And if you're the only one making that, what about the rest of your people, man? Are you going to donate some of your paycheck to the ones that's not making enough? I bet you won't. Right? You're part of the fucking problem. People like that got to go too. Right? Because you're always going to have the kiss asses. Right? But they're going to have to go too. If you guys are not going to help the people, what the fuck you here for? Right? So you guys sit here and you allow this government to treat us like this. We allow these people to get away with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then we go home and we complain about it. Well, you know, I had to pay the rent. You know, I had to pay the phone. You know, I had to buy a little bit of food. And I got enough money to buy a Metro card just to go to work. And like, I barely got enough money for lunch. You know what I'm saying? And we okay with that. Like, how are we okay with that? How are you okay with that? You think the owner of that company's having those thoughts when he's in his house chilling? You think he give a fuck? Bro, why should anybody be making $1 million profit? Nobody should be able to make $1 million profit, man. And if you do, you need to be taking care of your people. Whoever's working for you needs to be taken care of, man. And I'm tired of hearing the bare minimums. If you making $1 million profit, everybody should be getting bonuses of 10 to 20K, bro. Why are you giving people $600? Why are you giving people $1,000? Why you can't give them 10K? You made $1 million last year. You made $2 million last year. Why you get to keep the whole $2 million when we did all the fucking work? But y'all won't fight for that, right? Nobody want to fight for that. This is my problem with y'all, right? Because everybody talk, but nobody want to do the fucking work. Right? Y'all niggas is all kiss asses. Like y'all all slave to money. Y'all all slaves to fucking money, man. When you gonna wake up and see that? Right? And for the people that's trying to stop me from talking, fuck you, man. All right? Because you're a slave too, man. And not only that, you're not going to heaven. Right? Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. All right? That's how I feel about y'all, man. All right? So, understand, man. I look at this whole shit from perspectives that you wouldn't even think of, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get to thinking about our leadership. I get to thinking about the stuff that we be doing outside of this country. The shit that's going on outside of this country. Right? The fact that to this day, our fucking government is still taking land from other people that, you know, it belongs to them. But we steal it. Right? The fact that these people really buried our history underneath these lakes. You know how much shit is being uncovered at this time? Which, you know, really solidified my belief for me. Because, yo, this nigga said this and I didn't believe it. But, yo, this lake just dried up and look at all the shit they found here. Look at the city they found there. Look at, like, holy fuck. Right? So, if this is true, then that must mean this and this gotta be true. And slowly but surely, you know, as the information gets revealed, we find out a lot of shit is true, man. And a lot of shit that we never believed, you know, is fucking true. So, how do you wake up people? Right? At this point, I don't give a fuck if you wake up or not. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Fuck you. Right? If you want to wake up, my nigga, come on. Right? If you want to stay a sheep, continue with your life. Remember, I'm an NPC, right? I'm an NPC, and just smile and go about your day. Right? Mind your fucking business. Right? This don't apply to you. Right? This applies to the people who want to activate when the time comes. Because when the time comes and you activate, my nigga, there's going to be rules you're going to have to follow. Y'all understand me? You're not just going to activate and run around wild committing crimes. Right? This we can't, like, this is not going to happen like that. Right? So, understand there's various earth angels that were put in place for that reason. Right? Because we got to be able to maintain some kind of order. because a lot of people gonna run wild when they realize what the fuck they can do, right? But we already knew that, and we know how immature mankind is. So, you know, we got that part taken care of. There's certain of us in certain positions, you know, that could deal with these people. So, right? The people that's not gonna activate, the people that's just gonna die, or you're just gonna surrender to your governments, right? Y'all the people that's gonna become the slaves. Like, this is what they want. This is what they want. If you know, when the gods and goddesses wake up and we reclaim our land, you know, I can't tell y'all 1,000%, you know, who's gonna be by my side, right? But what I could tell you is that we're gonna treat the people right. You understand? The first thing we're gonna do, the very first thing we're going to do is get rid of the witches and warlocks. Right? That's number one on my list. Like, I'm going to release havoc upon this country until we find every witch and warlock in this motherfucker, man. You understand me? We're gonna find all of y'all. Right? And y'all gonna get rid of first. Y'all gonna be the first ones we eliminate from this equation. So understand this, your time is limited. Right? Our second order of business is gonna be to give the homeless a place to live. We're gonna give the homeless every fucking body is getting a house. I don't give a fuck. You understand? Everybody's getting guaranteed income. If we decide to keep an income system, right? Because the way I would like to see things is, you know, if you love to do something, like for instance, I love being a carpenter, right? So I wouldn't mind, you know, going to work for 4 hours a day as a carpenter somewhere. Like, I would do this for free every single day. So I would wake up and make it a part of my daily routine to go to work for 4 hours and contribute to whatever they were building, whatever it is being built. Okay, what do you guys need me to do? And I'm going to work there for 4 hours. I have free will. So this is my contribution to society, right? And I can just live. I can just enjoy myself for the 20 hours I got left, right? I made my contribution to society. So I really feel that we can have a functioning society with these rules, because you're going to have people that really love being a cashier. You know, people really love being a messenger. People really love fucking being a cab driver. Like, whatever it is, you know, you can do it. You don't have to do it for 8 hours a day. You don't have to do it 7 days a week. Like, it's voluntary. It's voluntary. You just have to do, let's just, like, for shits and giggles, right? Let's say you have to at least donate 12 hours a week, 16 hours a week, right? So 16 hours a week, I think, is fair. So 16 hours a week, that's 4 days at 4 hours a day. If that's what you chose. Remember, you got free will. You can break that down however you want. You could work 3 hours a day. You could work 2 hours. I don't care. The whole thing is that you have control, right? You're still going to contribute to the society. You're still going to get your money. You're still going to get your free time to do whatever it is you want to do, right? So you're not going to have to worry about guns, about violence, about people breaking into your house, about people breaking into your car, or stealing your jewelry, or stealing, you know. You don't have to worry about this, because the system we implemented made it to where everyone can have. You understand? Like, why we can't lower the prices? Like, we could always lower the prices. Like, that's the whole shit, man. We could always lower the prices. But nobody's thinking about this. Nobody wants to, right? Well, no, we got people 90 years old that's voting in Congress, right? 90 years old, bro. They voting in Congress. Why? Why are 90-year-olds determining the fate of 20-year-olds? How is this fair? Right? This is not 1930, bro. This is not 1940, bro. Right? The same rules don't apply. The people are not the same. And nothing's the same. Nothing is the same. Right? So why are we allowing this? Is what I'm saying. Yet we allow it. Nothing's being done about it. Who's changing it? And if we left it up to them, Who would change it? I would love to know who would change it. Look, for the celebrities watching my videos, right? Because I know for a fact there's celebrities watching my videos. I know for a fact that there are people of influence watching my fucking videos, right? I don't know who you are, right? God bless you, right? You like the information, don't you? Don't you think I need a bigger platform than this? Right? I could really use a bigger platform than this. So, if y'all got any heart, right? And you are God-fearing, right? You believe in God, right? Help God out, right? That's the right thing to do, right? It's the right thing to do. So, because obviously you're not going to do it, right? If you was going to do it, it would have been in motion already, right? So, how old are you? Is my question, because I don't know how old you are. So, how old are you, right? And if you got millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, why aren't you using it to effectively help mankind change as a fucking civilization, change as a species, right? But you would sit here, you would listen to me. I gotta GoFundMe, right? Y'all know I gotta GoFundMe. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure y'all saw it, y'all went up on it, y'all read it, but none of y'all gave me $1, right? So, what you think is gonna happen when Judgment Day comes, right? You had every opportunity to help. You didn't have to put yourself front and center, right? You could have helped. You could have helped, right? God was asking for help, but you had it, but you didn't want to give it to him. You ain't help his cause. You ain't help his purpose. You'd rather help out somebody who's teaching the world about shooting people. You'd rather help out somebody who's teaching the world about violence, about rape, about drugs. Like, this is what you would rather spend your money on. You wouldn't want to spend your money on somebody who's actually trying to help humanity. And this is the part of y'all thinking that I don't understand, right? So, I'm not mad at y'all. I don't want y'all to ever think that, I have any feelings towards y'all. I don't have any feelings towards anyone, right? Part of self-mastery is learning how to keep feelings out of things, right? So, I'm being guided to speak on these topics. So, I speak on these topics without emotion. Like, I don't have emotion, right? So, if anything, I speak passionately. Like, I speak very passionately because I'm speaking from my heart. So, I do get passionate, which is, like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a passion for this shit, right? But y'all won't see it as a passion. Y'all see it like, oh, there's got to be something wrong with him, right? Oh, he's crazy, right? That's all you know how to say. Like, fucking, you fear what you don't understand, right? That's how y'all always been, and it seems like that's how y'all always gonna be. You fear what you don't understand, right? Until you actually see me do some shit, you're not gonna go, oh my God, he was telling the truth. Oh my God, why didn't I listen, right? He told us this. He told us God was coming. He told us. He's been telling us for months. None of us listened to him, right? What am I gonna do now? And if you're not gonna help, if you're not gonna stand up in the front lines where you're supposed to be, then at least help us step into where we need to be, right? Which is what I'm saying. Maybe you have the money, but you don't have the heart, or you don't want to be the face, right? But you have the money. So why don't you help the person who needs the money, right? Make sure it's not a false prophet. Make sure you talk to God about it. Make sure you verify that person, because you can't verify the person with God. God will tell you yes or no, right? For a person. But look, if you don't have the heart, but you have the money, donate. If you have the heart and the money, bro, make a platform, right? You obviously can, right? So, I'm not saying steal information. I'm saying help. Because there's a lot of stuff I touched on today that you could touch on easily. easily. Like, you could touch on any one of these topics and branch off of it. It's not all spiritual. You understand? A lot of this shit is in the 3D, right? Which is what I've been addressing today, is mostly our 3D problems. Like, I haven't really been addressing the spiritual part of it, you know, but that's because, you know, the more you learn about the spiritual, the more you're going to go further and further out there, right? A lot of you don't want to digest that information. So I give you shit in the 3D to think about, right? If you don't want to talk about the fact that you're an AI robot, or the fact that this place is an illusion, right? Or the fact that we don't exist, right? We only exist in the mind. Since y'all don't want to talk about that, let's talk about the fact that nobody's helping humanity rise to where they need to be. Let's talk about the fact that nobody's helping humanity evolve as a species, right? Let's talk about the fact that no matter how many presidents you vote in, no one's thinking of lowering the taxes. No one's thinking of raising the wages, right? No one's thinking of lowering the rent. No one's thinking of helping the fucking homeless. Look at what they're doing in California. They burning tents. They burning people's homes, bro. Nigga, a fucking tent, bro? I can't have a tent, bro? Wow, man. What the fuck? But this system is so much against the people. These cops is going at these homeless people like if they criminals. Bro, what the fuck? Really? Really? So let's talk about that. Since y'all don't want to hear it, right? Let's talk about this. Do you want to hear this, or do you want to ignore this too? Right? Because these are real world problems. Right? So which one y'all want to talk about? Tell me. Because the whole system is fucked. Right? And when I try to give y'all the facts, y'all don't want to hear the facts. He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm giving y'all all the facts, right? But let's leave the facts out. I don't want to talk about that today, right? I want to talk about what's going on here right now. I want to know who's helping the homeless, who's lowering the taxes, who's raising the wages, who's lowering the prices for the food. You know what I'm saying? When are we going to stop modifying the food? When are we going to stop modifying the fruits? When are we going to start letting the people eat the way they're supposed to eat? When are we going to start letting them live the way they're supposed to live? When? When are we going to do this? Right? Since y'all don't want to talk about real shit, right? Explain this to me. Name one person right now that you're aware of who's in our political system who's going to help us accomplish these things. Right? And if they're not helping us accomplish these things, then why aren't we looking for the one who's going to help us accomplish these things? Because we are the people, and we're supposed to run this shit as the fucking people, right? We the people. The government's supposed to work for the people. So if we got two candidates who ain't really gonna help us, then get them the fuck out of here, and let's get in somebody who's gonna fucking help us, right? This is what it gotta be. So we the people supposed to run this shit as the people, right? We're not supposed to let nobody stop the people. Now, if the people that was chosen to protect the people aren't protecting the people, then we need to get rid of them too, right? So, well, how do we do that? You know, they're going to kill us all. You know, they have the military. You're right. They do, right? And this is the reason why you got Earth Angels. This is the reason why they sent me down here and people like me down here. Because they can't do that. They can't do that to us, right? They can't do that to us. So it's going to be law, and nobody's going to be able to dictate the law but us. So y'all don't want to talk about that though, right? Y'all don't want to hear that, right? That's not true. That's what you believe. Even though I'm in the flesh, right? That's what you want to believe. So, let's continue to talk about these worldly issues. Secret bases underneath the earth. Secret military bases in the ocean. Secret species that we never knew existed that exist within our planet. Right? Species that live underwater, species that live underneath the land, species that live inside the mountains. Nobody told us about these people, right? The fact that aliens exist, nobody told us, right? We had a clue, right? Such as myself, like, I saw a UFO as a very young child. So I've always believed that, what I saw was what the fuck I saw. And you can't tell me I didn't see that shit. So I've always kept aliens close to me. Like, they have to exist, bro. Right? And going upon this journey, man, they do indeed exist. And they do indeed communicate with us. I've been on a mothership already. Like, it's a beautiful fucking aircraft, bro. Like, you guys, until you open your mind, you might never get to see it. And those of you that have been there, you know what I'm talking about. So there is indeed a spaceship, and we do have one, and it is hovering up there, right? And we do get to go on it every now and again. So aliens do exist, but our government will never tell you that, right? They'll never tell you guys the facts of life. They'll never tell you guys the facts of reality. They'll never tell you guys the fact of what you are, simply because Satan was able to build this world and he was able to successfully maintain it because he kept us asleep, right? So understand that in order for this world to continue to function as is and, continue to be the way it was, is for them to keep us asleep. Once we wake up, this place will cease to exist. You understand that? Because it's an illusion. So once you believe, that's why they got you believing that this is reality. That's why they got you believing that you only got one life, so that you can give all your energy into this place that they need. They need this shit to stay alive. But it's your mind that's making it alive. It's your life that's making it. It's your mind that's making it real, right? But you don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that, right? So. Who's going to fix the corrupt police departments? Who's going to fix the corrupt hospitals? Who's going to stop the government from experimenting on the people? Who's going to stop the government from raising the taxes? Who's going to stop the government from raising the fucking retirement age every fucking couple of years? Right? Who's going to stop them from lowering your monthly payments anytime they want? Who's going to stop them from printing money and giving it away instead of giving it to us? Right? We could demand, we as a people, we could demand that they print out fucking 51 billion and give it to the people. And we'll pay it back because we got to pay it back anyway. Right? So if we could print the money and give it to Ukraine, why we can't print it out and give it to the people? See, we're not stepping up. Nobody's stepping up. We letting these 90-year-olds who's in office make these decisions for us when they should not be allowed to do that. You understand? There should be another system in place where we, the people, have the right to speak. Where we, the people, have the right to determine what the fuck is going on over there. Because the government's supposed to work for the people. But the way the system is, the government don't work for the people. They work against the people. They enslave the people. And we just learn how to go, well, they said no. Well, you know what? They said no. So why they say no? Why, if they know you need it, why wouldn't they just give it to you? Right? This is the world I don't understand. Right? And how we ever gonna change it if we don't first off acknowledge the problem? And actually fix the problem, right? Y'all too worried about celebrities, sports, video games. Y'all worried about the wrong shit, money, right? Y'all not worried about nothing else. So what kind of world would that be if we let you be in charge? Like, you're happy because you got your money, right? So you're happy. So you don't give a fuck about everybody else, right? Fuck everybody else. I got mine. So what kind of world would that make for you, right? That kind of world doesn't work for me. You understand? I could care less about what you got. I could care less about your little 250 billion you got for your soul. Right? I need to worry about the rest of my people that were unable to do that, right? Because nobody else is worrying about these people, not even the governments. Like, it'll be different if I could watch the news and the news just say, well, the government today in California came across, there was 100 tents underneath a bridge. So, as opposed to burning them and putting them on fire and locking the people up, we put them all we gave them all a home. There is no more homeless people under that bridge. We was able to, convert it into a parking lot. But look, we took out all the people that was down there and we put them all in their own apartments, right? They all got a place to live now. We got them all monthly income. We took care of them. They no longer reside under a bridge. Now, this should make me go, holy shit, humanity's helping humanity. Wow. I need to go to California, right? They really looking out for their people over there. God bless Detroit for that. But still, it was Atlanta. God bless the mayor of Atlanta, because he helping the homeless, right? Or at least he's trying. He's starting something that nobody's did before. And it's a beautiful idea. And it needs to be expanded, right? So, instead of me hearing this, right, what I hear is, or what I see is, police beating on homeless people, tents on fire, people's property being destroyed because they're homeless, right? This is what's going on over there. Why are they not helping these people? Why they ain't giving them a place to go? Like, you're putting them in jail, bro. That's not a place. Like, what the fuck did they do? Right? Like, you gotta understand, man. I understand if they out there committing crimes and shit, but these people are in their tents sleeping, and you just wrecking their home and telling them you putting their tents on fire and throwing them in jail, bro. What kind of government is this? Look at how the government treats the people. Look at how the people treat the people. Because you people would see somebody and you wouldn't give them the time of day, man. Like, you people have no hearts. This whole world became so heartless. And this is very difficult to watch from up here. You understand? Like, what I hear and I see a lot of people say? They say, if there was a God, why would he allow all of this to happen? Right? So, y'all say there's no God, because why would he allow all of this to happen? This is stupid comments I read and shit I hear, right? So, you think God allowed this to happen, right? Why did you allow it to happen? God wasn't here, you was here. Right? You was here. So, you trying to push blame, right, on God. Why would this happen to the kids? Let me ask you a question. Why would you do that? Why would you allow that? Why are you blaming God? God wasn't even here for that. You was. Right? So, this like, everybody wants to push the blame. Right? Now, what if I told you God was here the whole time? Right? God was here the whole time, and we just didn't know. Because nobody knew how to tap into God, because nobody taught us. So, God was here. Who you going to blame now? God took accountability for what he did. God took accountability for what he witnessed, right? And God created a plan to fix the bullshit. What have you done? What have you done? Because God is activating us. So his plan is going according to plan. How's your plan going? Because, I don't see you doing nothing to help. I don't see none of y'all doing nothing to help. Right? And look, I gotta say this. I gotta say this because this is part of my job, right? So there's a death coming up real soon, right? I'm not allowed to say who it is, and I'm not allowed to give specifics, right? But sources told me to let y'all know, the people that's doing bad things, the people that's actively participating in spiritual warfare, that you either have no business being involved in, or you're so deep in it that your karma bar has been building. I was told to just let y'all know there's a death coming soon, right? It might, death comes in threes, right? So, Source told me not to say nothing else as far as that is concerned, right? He told me to let y'all know somebody's gonna die, or a few people, and a few people going to jail, right? That's all I got to say about that, right? Because I was told not to give specifics, so there's that, right? And y'all could say that came from my third eye. Okay. Back to humanity. Right? So in the world where we worship musicians, we worship athletes, we worship actors and actresses, we worship all the wrong things. We worship money, right? Everybody's showing a stack of $1,000 bills and all this other bullshit, showing off, flossing, right? Like you really made it in life, right? But you should help people. Everybody should help people. Like we all we got, right? We don't got nobody else, right? All we got is us, right? Our government's against us. Our government's been against us, and not only have they been against us, but they even found a way to turn us against us, right? So not only are we fighting governments, right, but we fighting regular everyday people that we be around. So how do we fix it? I'm gonna fix it, right? I want to fix it, right? I want to fix it without having to how should I say, man, like execute too many people. Right? Not in the literal sense, right? But basically that, right? And I might have to end it here because I gotta make a phone call. But I fucking love y'all, man.